So Captain Marvel, the next big movie by Marvel Studios, is finally out, and I'm going to review it. Captain Marvel is the last Marvel film before Avengers Endgame, the big culmination of everything. Endgame is also supposed to be the big finale of everything that happened so far in the Marvel movie. Captain Marvel is a prequel that takes place in the 90s before everything happened. It's also the first officially female-led Marvel movie. There was Elektra, but we don't talk about that. Anyway, to start right off the bat with talking about this movie, overall, I had a positive outlook on it. Nothing super positive, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. The first part of the movie in space was just okay to me. Nothing too thrilling. A bit of action, bit of Skrulls, but nothing too amazing. We got an introduction to Captain Marvel, and she was fine. Not as charismatic as the likes of Spider-Man, Star-Lord, or Iron Man, but still really, really good. She has her own charms to her that makes her different. Maybe not as good as other characters, but certainly different. We also get a bit of Jude Law in the beginning of the film, and as usual, he does really good. Loved him as Dumbledore. The second part of the movie, we get some Earth stuff with Captain Marvel and Nick Fury. Nick Fury is by far the standout of this film, and certainly my favorite character in the whole movie. In this middle section, we also get a few scenes with Agent Coulson. I know him best because I love him in the earlier movies, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was one of my favorite shows, and I was so happy to see him back for this. Ben Mendelsohn, the middle section, was slightly menacing, not super menacing, but still cool. He normally played a lot of villains from a lot of movies I loved, and in this movie, you really took a cool twist on his role. In the middle, we also get several flashbacks on Captain Marvel's origin story, and I quite enjoyed it. I love the way they put this narratively. This movie certainly stands out from all the other origin stories. In the middle, we also meet Goose the Cat, who is also another standout, especially when in scenes with Nick Fury. The movie's score is okay. It definitely conveys what it's trying to show in the film. It is perfect for the film they were making, but nothing too stand out. The third act of the movie is where it really gets good. There's a lot of action, although some of the CGI and the late action scenes looked more like a video game than a big budget Marvel movie. The character of the Rambeaus were a nice addition, and I seriously loved what they did with Jude Law's character as the end. The movie has great twists, and it's quite funny in several areas. Not Guardians or Thor Ragnarok or Infinity War funny, but certainly funny and charismatic. You get all the right Marvel vibes watching this one, and the Stan Lee tribute at the beginning of the film and a Stan Lee cameo were absolutely amazing. The main reason I went to see this film was not for Captain Marvel or any of those things themselves, mostly just for the fact that it's a Marvel movie. I'm not sure whether or not I would have seen this if it wasn't in the MCU, but I'm happy I did see it. Now, the end credit scenes are normally one that furthers the plot of the universe and one that's kind of funny. The one that furthers the plot of the universe is absolutely amazing. It just makes me insanely more hyped for the next movie. And the funny one was, funny. This is a standard average MCU movie for me. Definitely better than some of the films in Phase 1 or Phase 2. But I'd say it's probably the worst movie in Phase 3. Now, some of the people watching might know what the phases are. Just look it up. The action in this movie is really good. The directors did a good job with that. But as I've said with many other things, the action is just kind of mediocre for Marvel. Although there are definitely some good fight scenes. The 90s nostalgia doesn't do much for me, considering I wasn't around in the 90s. But some of the music was okay, but I felt like it was in places where it shouldn't have been in a lot of times. So now I'm going to be talking spoilers from here out, so if you don't want to hear any spoilers, skip to this point in the video, and then I'll be done. So the plot twist in the film wasn't amazing. I certainly liked it, and I thought it was cool in the moment, and it definitely really gave a humanity to the Skrulls that you don't normally see, but I feel like it ruined a better follow-up story. Because I love the Secret Invasion, the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes TV show. I was really hoping it would be good in this movie series if they ever brought to it, but now that I see that's probably not happening. Maybe they can find some way to retcon it in, but other than that, yeah. The Tesseract retcon, I enjoyed it. I thought it did make a few tiny plot holes, but I'm sure they'll be able to fix them. Nothing too massive, and overall I liked the fact that it was inside the cat. How Nick Fury lost his eye, I'm not really sure about it. It takes away some of the coolness of it. Throughout the past 21 films, you're always spending all this time thinking, oh, I wonder how he lost his eye. It must be some really cool thing. And then you learn it's just from a cat, or I guess a flirkin. That's a weird word. And so it's funny in the moment, but I'm not sure how I like it. The end credit scene with Captain America, Black Widow, War Machine, and Bruce Banner was amazing, as it showed how Captain Marvel got involved with the rest of them. Okay, so if I were to rank this movie, I would give this a 7 out of 10, and definitely say it's better than the first two Thors, Incredible Hulk, and a few other movies in the franchise, but I wouldn't call it one of its best. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and know that Back to the Future is coming later this week. So, see ya.